It must be a dream come true to work in the most magical place in the world every day. But Disney cast members probably have a different opinion because they know what is really happening there. Make sure you watch this video until the end to know what happened when they had to share underwear. If you love Disney as much as we do, don't forget to subscribe, and please give this video a big thumbs up. Today we're showing you 10 secrets revealed by former Disney employees. The love. We all wish that we could work as a Disney prince or princess and spend time with our soulmate. However, you might be surprised to learn that two characters who found love on the screen don't always end up together in real life. That's because there is a lot of love in the air, but not between the right people. For example, someone walked in on Belle and Gaston making out. When they saw that person, the princess asked them not to tell the beast. Who thought that these two would end up together? But that's not the most ridiculous couple. A woman who works as a Disney princess revealed on Whisper that she had an affair with Peter Pan. And we hope that the young boy did grow up before that mature experience. Another person said that they hooked up with Prince Charming every day during lunch. And another kissed Prince Eric while Ariel was not there. We also heard about a girl who was in love with Minnie Mouse when she was a kid and then got engaged to the woman who plays Minnie Mouse at Disneyland. Even a guest got involved when she said that she dated the guy dressed as Peter Pan when she was on vacation. We guess that this is what happens when you work with people who are too attractive. The Flashers. Did you know why Splash Mountain is often called Flash Mountain? That's something no kid should know about. But people who work at Disney know that this is because mature women have a little too much fun on the ride and decide to take off their shirt for their picture. Sometimes it's not that bad and we can only see their bra. But then it is totally inappropriate and no kid should ever see that. This joke was really popular in the 90s, and people even began posting these ridiculous pictures online. Everyone wanted to get a little wet on Splash Mountain. This is why Disney had to do something about it. They began hiring employees to monitor the photos before they could be seen on the big screen. And since they couldn't see the result of their inappropriate joke, women stopped taking off their shirt on the ride. It was so effective that in 2009, Disney didn't need any employee to monitor the pictures. And we can imagine that it was probably one of the weirdest jobs in the world. Who thought that people were looking at pictures of topless women all day at Disney? We just hope that they were old enough to do this job. And just because these employees are not there anymore, doesn't mean that you should try to take off your shirt. The cats. This is a really surprising secret that only those who stay in the park at night got the chance to see. Every night at Disneyland, when guests come back home and cast members leave work, the park fills up again. But this time, it's full of feral cats. And they aren't new. Cats have been living at Disneyland shortly after it opened in 1955. People first tried to get rid of them, but it was almost impossible. So they found another solution. They decided to give them something to do in the park. Their job is now to help control the mouse population in Disneyland. We just hope that they won't chase Mickey Mouse. But anyway, this character is too big for them. During the day, the cats are lounging in one of the 5 permanent feeding stations in the park. They also pay people to take care of them, and whenever they have kittens, they are put up for adoption. Even if they are more active during the night, some guests have also seen cats during the day. Isn't it weird that Disney wants to get rid of mice when their mascot is also a mouse? No matter what, we would love to visit the park at night simply to see the cat. If we were an animal, we think that there would be no better place to live than Disneyland. The characters. From the moment when you put on a costume to when you take it off, you have to be in character. That's the rule, and it is mostly important when you're around guests. We know that it's hot outside when you're a mascot, but this will never be an excuse to show it. This is also a reason why cast members can never tell their friends and family which character they're playing, and they can't talk about their job either. They don't have the right to post any pictures online, and those who talked about their secrets online did it anonymously, so they wouldn't get in trouble. It means that if you see your best friend dressed like Cinderella at Disneyland, she will have to pretend that she doesn't know you. According to Disney, everywhere inside the park is the stage, and outside the park is backstage. Employees are called cast members, and customers are the guests. They use these names to make people feel like they're always performing, and this is when the magic happens. However, that doesn't mean that your favorite Disney characters can't make mistakes sometimes. Some guests have seen Disney princesses doing really inappropriate things, and they will remember it forever. This is why cast members rather hide in the tunnels, and we'll talk about that soon. The tunnels. The secret tunnels are really useful when you want to walk through the park and not have to perform and smile all the time. People think that they're underground, but they're actually on the first floor of the Magic Kingdom. The whole park was built over it, so all the guests are actually on the second floor. The real name of these secret tunnels is Utilidor. A cast member said that it was kind of boring in some places, but also creepy in others. No matter what, when you're there, you feel like you're living something unique. This is also where you can find the automatic vacuum-assisted collection system. It is a series of tubes that connect all the restaurants to the central dump that is hidden behind Splash Mountain. This is why no one can see cast members taking out the smelly garbage in restaurants. You can also run 7 of the old attractions from the Utilidor. There are also 2 restaurants, a barbershop, and some offices there. Isn't it weird to think that all these secrets are hiding under Magic Kingdom? Usually only cast members are allowed to be there, but some tour guide also gave guests the chance to visit the secret tunnels. And we think that it's going to be the next thing on our list next time we visit Disneyland. The codes. Cast members know that bad things can happen at Disneyland, but they don't want any guests to know it, and this is why they use secret codes. For example, when they have to deal with an annoying customer, they can't just tell them what they think. This is why they simply say, "Have a Disney day." Now that we know that, we hope that we'll never hear these words next time we visit Disneyland. With all the rides and the food, many children can also vomit during the day. This is when they get on the radio and call Code V to make sure that this little accident won't get too much attention. One of the most important moments when they use a code is when a child is lost. However, they don't want to talk about the child because people will know that a kid is lost without their parents, and they might try to kidnap them. This is why they talk about a lost adult instead. And if you're wondering which character your friend is playing, it's possible that they simply answer that they are friends with Mickey Mouse, for example. But there is another really weird code that we don't want to hear. It is white powder alert, and you'll want to keep watching this video to know what it means. The ashes. Disney might be more haunted than you think. When you hear that there is a white powder alert, it doesn't mean that people are using illegal substances. It means that people try to scatter a loved one's ashes in the park. And the reason why there is a code for this is that it happens all the time. People are emotionally connected to this place and want the people they love to stay in this magical place forever. The first people who did that were a tourist group who asked to stay on the Haunted Mansion for a little extra time so they could hold a quick memorial for a boy who passed away. Disney gave them the permission, but cast members were surprised when they saw them sprinkling a powdery substance all over the place. They probably didn't know that spreading ashes is actually illegal, and this is why it's a really bad idea to do it at Disneyland. Many people ask if they can do that, and the answer is always no. But those who don't mind breaking the rules won't be happy to hear about what happens to their loved ones. The ride will be shut down, and the guests will be evacuated, so an employee in protective clothing can clean up the ashes with a special vacuum. So don't do it, or you will just waste your time, and Grandma will end up in a vacuum anyway. The Club. Only the biggest and richest Disney fans know about the secret VIP lounge called Club 33. Years ago, Walt Disney built a secret hideaway for celebrities and dignitaries. It was hidden behind a dull green door at the top of a staircase in Disneyland's New Orleans Square. The club was operational for more than 40 years and served people like Johnny Depp and Elton John, but also executives from big companies. This is where guests get the chance to live a unique experience that only a few people will really get the chance to know about. We only know that it is really beautiful. There is a nice bar to take a break away from children, and the food tastes delicious. However, if you would like to join, you won't be happy to hear that it's really complicated. First, it will take about 10 years to get off the waiting list. Then, there are initiation fees worth $10,000. And you will also have to pay $3,500 every year that you're a member. Some rumors even say that the price is actually $25,000 for the membership fees and $12,000 in annual fees. Recently, Club 33 expanded with 4 new clubs at Disney World Park, so it's probably a little easier to be a part of it. If we had the money, we would totally pay the price to visit Disney's most mysterious attraction. The magic is not free, after all. The underwear. This is probably one of the most disgusting things that ever happened in Disneyland, and we think that it is worse than vomit. Cast members had to share the same underwear. That's because many characters have to wear Disney jock straps, tights, or bike shorts under their costume to make sure that their regular underwear is not noticeable. But they have been passed around, as they had to turn in the undergarments each night with the rest of the costume before going home. Then, the next day, they picked up a different set that someone else wore the day before. Disney was supposed to clean them in hot water, but many people said that the underwear was actually still smelly and stained. Many employees complained that they were not comfortable with that, but Disney only listened to them when cast members started getting pubic lice or scabies over 2 years. And we don't want to see Rapunzel scratching herself down there. After an agreement with Disney, cast members finally got the right to wear clean underwear. They were assigned individual undergarments and had the right to bring them back home instead of letting Disney clean them. And we just can't believe that they had to fight for this basic right. It's sad to think that Disney wants everything to look perfect on the outside, but they don't really care about what cast members feel underneath. The plane. Did you know that Walt Disney had a plane? It's a twin turboprop plane with Mickey Mouse on its tail. When the Backlot Tour existed, guests even had the chance to see it when they were on the tram. At that time, the recorded narration said that it was known in airports across the country as November 234 Mickey, but most people just call it the Mouse. In the 60s, Disney used it when he was scouting the Central Florida area to build a second park, and also for many other trips. Soon he began secretly buying thousands of acres of land, which later became the Walt Disney World Resort. The Mouse was the most used executive aircraft in the country, and it finally retired in 1992. And cast members still have the chance to see the plane every day when they work because it is on display backstage at Hollywood Studios. It was originally parked in a green area behind the residential street, but it is now behind the bleachers for light, motors, action. Unfortunately, the Mouse will never fly again, but we still love to see this important part of Disney history. And that's it for 10 secrets revealed by former Disney employees. For more stories like this, make sure you watch 10 Strange Requirements to Work as a Disney Princess. Thanks for watching.